In this video, I'd like to introduce to you switch statements. So, switch statements, also called switch case, allows you to have multiple cases where the case is equivalent to the condition given in the switch. So, what this program does here is it asks the user to indicate what kind of class of vehicle they have. Once they've entered an integer of that value, it's stored in the variable vehicle class. Now our condition here is vehicle class. So if somebody enters a 1, then the program will print you picked an SUV. This break means that it will break out of the switch and continue with the rest of the code, which in this case there's nothing. So these breaks are important to have, and if you don't have it, then it'll continue to match vehicle class to the rest of these case numbers here. Say you enter an integer that doesn't have a given class. Say you give it 13. Well, then it'll go to the default and print you did not provide a valid classification. So, switch statements allow you to branch to multiple different directions. So, if I run the program here, all this is right now is a bunch of print statements, but it's waiting for me to have an answer because I have this keyboard not next int, so it's expecting an integer. And if I put the number 2, then it's going to tell me that I picked compact car. If I run it again and put 13, then it tells me I didn't provide a classification. Let's say that I take out this break here. Let's see what happens. When I run it and I say 2, then it tells me I picked a compact car, but it also tells me I picked a truck. Because I don't have a break here, it continues on to the next case, and then it sees a break and it breaks out of the switch statement. So these breaks are important if you wanted to stick strictly to that case. Otherwise, if you don't have a break there, then all this switch statement does is branches to this piece of code and does everything it says until it sees a break. So if I didn't have this break here, it'd also tell me that I picked a truck and a commercial vehicle if I picked 2. Right? But say, let's run it again and I pick 3. Then it will give me the next 2 because there is no break here. So breaks keep you strict to the certain cases. Otherwise, these cases are considered branches and will fulfill all the remaining code until it sees a break. Okay? So switch cases give you a condition, and based on that condition, it'll look at the case and determine what to do next by looking at what code is after the case. So syntactically, you have a switch, your condition in parentheses, then you have one set of curly brackets here and at the very end. You'll have various cases, and then you'll always have a default case. Each case has a colon. And after that colon, you can put as many lines as you want. So here I can add another statement that maybe says, okay, let's say I had this integer here and number equals 1. Let's say I want to have number plus plus. Well, then number will equal 2 given that I pick case 1. But if I don't pick case 1, then number will remain as 1. We can even print that out. So let's see what that looks like. Say I pick 1. It says you picked SUV, and then it gives me number 2 because that's what number is, because number added 1 to itself. Let's say I run it again, and let's say I pick 3, then number is still 1, right? So you can have as many lines of code as you want within each case. Everything following the colon is what will happen after that case is chosen. I've altered this. I commented out the other code. Let's see how this runs. We have string vehicle equals Subaru. Now we can use string names as cases. And when we run it, this is what it looks like. Your vehicle is a Subaru. If I change vehicle to Jeep, then it should tell me my vehicle is a Jeep. If I say Mazda, then it should tell me that I didn't provide a valid classification because Mazda is not a case in here, right? So switch cases are really nice, and they can be used in many ways. And branching in Java. And what branching means is that you want to continue some code. Given a condition, you want to continue code in only that section until you reach a break. When you break, then you exit it and continue with the code afterwards. And that's it about switch statements.